Big mamas and big daddies, welcome back to the channel. Today we are making our own Marvel Rivals tier list. Now we're going to be making it a little bit different compared to every single tier list on the channel. You guys see that I have certain people's YouTubes up right now. We have Team Captain, you know, the #1 Wolverine player who put Wolverine on the map in Marvel Rivals. We have Necron, who is a super good player in our Marvel Rivals, also one and above rank just like Team Captain. And we have a really big YouTuber who's doing a lot of content on Marvel Rivals, who went from Overwatch to Marvel. I can't complain, you know, he went to the better game. We're gonna be comparing our own tier list to these three legends to see if we can actually all agree on a tier list together. Now again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to, you know, go off on the comments saying that I'm going crazy, that you think your character should go higher in the tier list, you know, go in the comments and suck my dick. I honestly don't care, all right? I'm here to have fun, enjoy, and give you guys my honest opinion as someone who is internal, almost in above and all. I think I'm finally ready to give my own opinion. And we also have the season 1 patch notes, so there's a lot of characters that are going to get buffed and nerfed, so we're going to adjust it, we're going to update it, and yeah, I'm excited. I also have played the beta, you know, with, you know, the new fantastic characters in the game now, so I'm going to talk about that a little bit. But I basically have all the updates, you know, nerfs, everything. So let's begin. You know, Black Widow, she did get buffed a little bit. She's going to be able to move more. She got buffed where her cooldowns are not as low. I still think that she's going to be not the greatest character because she's not able to one shot. And I think what Marvel Rivals is trying to do is that they're not trying to have like a Widowmaker thing happening like they did in Overwatch, where Widowmaker has been taking over, you know, Overwatch for 8 years because she could just one shot people and she's just so good at the game. I think Marvel Rivals is kind of scared with Black Widow and they're trying to slow it down. They're trying to buff her slowly but surely to see where she lands, but I still think that the buffs they're going to give her greatest, and I still think that the character is going to be C tier. Now the next two I want to talk about is going to be Storm and Scarlet, which in every single one of these videos it looks like she is low tier. So Wolverine, Storm, Black Widow, Scarlet. We also have over here, if we can actually fucking fix it, Necron's also put Scarlet, Black Widow, Storm in the bottom, and then we also have my boy out here put in, you know, Black Widow and then Storm a little bit above, but he actually put Scarlet on B. So in the newest patch notes, Scarlet actually got a little bit of a buff, you know, reduced the percentage on damage per second from 5% to 3%. Her chaos is fixed to like 50 to 60. She did get a little buff, and as I'm playing her in the beta, she feels a little bit better, but I still think the character just needs more damage because the character just doesn't feel like she's doing enough when you have healers like this who can just out heal like crazy. Honestly, I would have put Storm on C tier, but now that she got such an amazing buff on the newest patch, she feels actually solid. One of the best things that Storm actually got that a lot of people haven't seen is that now when she ults, she actually gets more of a shield when she gets out of it, and it slowly goes down. So it goes down from like, I think it was like 350 shield to like 450, and like as soon as she gets out of the ultimate, she still has the shield and it slowly goes away per time. She has a damage buff a little bit, and she also has that she can throw her projectiles a little bit more faster. I think I'm gonna put Storm in A. I think the buff is what we needed from Storm. I still wanted a movement speed from Storm, but I think this is a good start for Storm. Next two we have is Squirrel Girl and Winter Soldier. So Squirrel Girl actually got a buff where now her tsunamis, after they bounce off the wall, they're going to go towards the nearest enemy. So this is actually a really good thing because now her ultimate is going to be so much more consistent. From the tier list I'm looking at, I think people all put her in like B tier. I think Squirrel Girl right here for flats is on C. And yeah, and then Necron's also put it on B. So I think Squirrel Girl is actually going to go up a little bit because the reason why Squirrel Girl is just so bad, it's not her damage, it's that her ultimate is super inconsistent. So now that it's going to bounce off walls and go towards the opponent, I think Squirrel Girl is going to be way more viable. As someone who plays only Squirrel Girl, I think Squirrel Girl does the job right where she can hold down choke points, and she does the job right. It's just her ultimate is just super inconsistent. So now Squirrel Girl is going to be doing damage and her ultimate is going to be more of a danger. So Squirrel Girl, in my opinion, went from B to a little bit of A, and then Winter Soldier is still going to be an S tier. They did update him where they gave him a little bit more health, but they also decreased his damage by like 5%. It's not much of an update for the character or like a nerf or a buff. Like the character has a little bit more health, but then he also isn't going to be doing as much damage. I think the character is still solid, so like you can always, if you just want to play Winter Soldier and main him, he's always going to be the best choice for like most matchups. Now the next two characters are characters that I think did not need a buff on the newest season. reason, and these characters are Wolverine and Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, the main reason why she went from S tier, which I feel like a lot of people put her down to like S tier right now, or like in the middle. Yeah, like in the middle. I think that Cloak and Dagger now, from going to S tier, is going to be one of the most banned characters, because now in her ultimate, you know, when she dashes through the screen, she can dash like 3 times and then she leaves like that healing thing on the ground. Yeah, now she has 4, so she's gonna be taking more of the screen and more of the map when she ults, so she's gonna heal her team more. The team can kind of move down a little bit more, be more aggressive. It just doesn't make any sense, because I honestly don't think Cloak and Dagger needed a buff. I think they were in a perfect state, but now she has an extra like dash of her ultimate, which is ridiculous. And then Wolverine, I think he's S tier. I think we all can agree. Obviously, team captain's gonna put him in S tier. I think Flats, I think he made this tier list like 9 days ago, so he doesn't really know much, or I think he put him up there. And then obviously, I think Wolverine's in S tier for Necrons. Like honestly, Wolverine is just no brainer. He just does the job right. Like he just can kill tanks, go in, come out. He has a lot of health now. They increased his health from like 300 to 350. But the character is ridiculous. I don't think Wolverine needed a buff. I think he needed a little bit more time to marinate in the sauce before they did anything with the character, because you know, first day we all thought Wolverine was trash, but now he's like fucking amazing, because he could just kill tank like non-stop, like Hulk and Groot and anything, and he can't do nothing about it, and you know, the whole team just jumps you. So I think Wolverine and Cloak and Dagger didn't need buffs, but they got buffs for some reason. Now the next 2 characters are going to be Hulk and Venom, and looking at team captain, he put Venom on B. Let's see, B here as well. Necrons put Venom on B as well. Now Venom is a unique case, because I think Venom's actually really good. My personal opinion, I think Venom is solid, but they increased his health gain, so now he's gonna get a little bit more health when he goes in the shield, and they also gave him 10% more damage when he ults, which is kind of crazy. He went from 40 damage to now 50 when he ults, which doesn't make any sense, because I thought Venom was, you know, in a good state as well. But now I think Venom goes from like a little bit from a B tier to an A tier character. I think the character, they just buffed him to be a little bit more better. I think the devs want Venom to be top tier in the next season, but I think Venom was in a good state. And then Hulk, he got a little bit of a nerf where his gamma shield is going to go from like, I think it was like 250 down to like 200, but I think Hulk is still going to be stupid. I still think he's going to be up in your face doing damage. I still think he's going to be really annoying. I still think the Iron Man combo with Hulk is still going to be fucking stupid, so Hulk still stays in S tier. Next up we have is Punisher and Thor, and Punisher kind of got a little bit of a buff where his bullets don't spread as much, so he's going to cause a little bit more damage. He's going to be more consistent, which I think leaves like Punisher in A. I think the character is solid. I think a lot of people put Punisher in A. Yeah, he's just a very solid character. Like if you're trying to learn a character, I think Punisher would be the best character. If you come from like Call of Duty days, yeah, Punisher would be solid for you. And Thor kind of got like a juicy little buff, which I feel like a lot of people have been kind of downplaying my boy Thor. I think Thor is in B, and then I think he puts Thor in, I can't see him. What the fuck, am I blind? Hello, Thor. Oh yeah, Thor's in A. I think Thor goes a little bit to like A now. I think like high tier A. I think the character is super good. Like he can be super aggressive. He can't be a only tank. Like he does need 2 tanks for him to work, but he kind of got a little bit more health. I think he went from like 525 to like 625, I think it was, or like 885. Yeah, it went from like something crazy, so his health increased by like 100, and he can't get crowd control when he ults, which is cool. So it's a little bit of a nice buzz for Thor, and I think Thor, I feel like he's underrated. I feel like a lot of tank mates need to play Thor because he just does damage and he's just super tanky and he's super annoying. Now the next 2 characters are Spider-Man and Star-Lord, and I think they're exactly the same. I think a lot of players are putting like Spider-Man in A, Spider-Man in B, Spider-Man and B, and I'm going to agree with Necrons here and Team Captain. I think Spider-Man isn't as great as people are kind of saying he is. I kind of don't want to put him in B. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but here's the thing about Spider-Man, and I feel like a lot of people are just going to see this list and be like, why Storm above Spider-Man? She got buffed, by the way. The reason why Spider-Man is so low on the list is because Spider-Man is just really inconsistent. And what I mean by that is if he uses too much of his kit, and when he uses too much of his kit, he just doesn't do anything. If you miss any of your webs on a healer, you have to wait for your webs to come back for you to do your little bit of a combo. If you don't have your uppercut, you can't do any damage. If you don't have your slingshot to save yourself, you know, because just a lot of times when you're playing a Spider-Man, you're slinging around, you're doing your damage, you're doing your thing, you're going to healers, you know, uppercutting, leaving and stuff like that. If you don't have your sling or your web, you're going to die super quickly because of his low health. He just uses too much of his kit for him to be consistent. I feel like on the higher ranks, if you get like a Namor or like a good Winter Soldier, a good Punisher, you know, or maybe a good Hawkeye, something like that, or like a Cloak and Dagger who does a decent amount of damage for support, Spider-Man just starts to suffer. And I'm just going to say it now, I think Spider-Man is like, I think he's in the middle. I honestly think he's in the middle. For me, maybe not B, maybe like A. I don't know. I think Spider-Man's B, but I can see these lists on why he's like B tier because he does have a really good ultimate. I have seen some good Spider-Mans, but when you get to like top 50, you don't see Spider-Man being played. And then also Star-Lord. Star-Lord's good. I think Star-Lord's solid B level character. He does well damage. His ultimate's ridiculous. He's just a good character. Next up, we have Rocket and Jeff. And Jeff actually got a buff. Has more range on his little squirt gun that he has from his mouth. When I tell people to spit on me, Jeff is basically doing a little bit more healing. But he also got a little bit of a nerf where his ultimate doesn't really reach as high up to the sky as much. But I still think this is a good, you know, buff for Jeff. But his ultimate is going to be a little bit more fair. And Rocket actually got a buff as well from his healing. Because of the seasonal healing, and the character got buffed as well healing wise. So I think the character is actually like A now. I think the character was like B before. I feel like Raccoon was like one of the worst healers in the game back then, but now I feel like Raccoon is going to be more consistent. Now that he has a good kit, he has good healing. I think he's a level character. He's not like a Luna or like a Mantis, but he's going to be doing more healing, which is good. Next up we have is, you know, my queen, my butterfly queen. I think she stayed the same with the newest patch. I think they nerfed her ultimate a little bit where you can like now put barriers on certain characters and you can protect people, like Magneto's barrier. I thought Magneto could already done that, but I think Psi-Locke is S tier. Like the character's stupid, her ultimate's stupid, she gains her ultimate pretty fast, she has good ways to escape, go in, leave, good damage. There's a reason why she's playing a lot in tournaments, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people put her in S. Team Captain put her in S. Yeah, S. Yeah, S. Like the character's stupid. Like honestly, I will put him at S plus, but like she's stupid, but not like stupid, if you know what I mean. Penny, I think Penny's, I think she's like a, I think she's B, man. No, I think she's B. I think she's A. Like on defense, Penny is just stupid, and especially now that we're getting Invisible Woman, I feel like if you can combo, you know, her ultimate with Penny and putting her device down, she has more time to put her mines down. The enemy is not going to be able to see where the devices are at when she comes in. I think Penny is going to be really good next season. And again, I think Penny is just stupid. She does consistent damage. She can hold down choke points, and you know you have to shoot her devices if you want to go to high elo with a character that a lot of people are for some reason are not doing, is shooting her devices. You could do it with Penny. I swear, if you want to main tank, Penny is the way. And then Namor's S. I don't care what people say, man. I've been playing Namor since day one, and Namor just takes no skill. Like his turns do so much damage. His ultimate is stupid. If you combo with like a Groot, is retarded, or like a Wolverine and high elo, people do it like Wolverine Namor combo where like Namor will ult and then Wolverine would just ult into Namor. Namor is retarded. Like he does stupid damage. His turns are ridiculous. With Luna is actually even more ridiculous. Like Namor is just consistently fucking good. Now the next two characters I want to talk about is Iron Fist and Captain America. Now Captain America did get a buff where I think he has a movement speed, so now he's gonna move a little bit faster, and I think they decreased his cooldowns for his like forward shield when he like smacks the opponent. I still think Captain America isn't going to be as great. Like if you want to play a second tank, I would just recommend Thor. Thor just does everything that Captain America does, but way better, more damage and more aggressive. I just think that Captain America, he's just not that great, and he just needs something more. And then Iron Fist, like come on man, Iron Fist lower ranks, like I mean higher ranks, he just gets deleted by like Namors or like better players. Like Iron Fist just doesn't do much. Next two characters I want to get out of the way is Magneto and Doctor Strange. Now Doctor Strange actually got a little bit of a nerf where he's going to have damage fall off, I think after like 5 meters, with his explosive, I think it's called like, I forgot what the ability is called, when he like explodes, when he has like fully charged and he like does damage to everyone and does super damage. After 5 meters, they're barely going to be taking any damage. I still think Doctor Strange is going to be completely ridiculous, and I think he pulls out his shield a little bit slower, so you can't really do like, you know, the shoot with the shield up and then shield up, shoot up. But you can still do it, but it won't be as fast as it was before, but like the damage fall off for one of his abilities, it's a big nerf. But I still think Doctor Strange is going to be stupid, and I think they didn't do anything with Magneto. Magneto is ridiculous, but I still think these are two of the best three of the best, you know, tanks in the game. I might think it's Magneto and Hulk now instead of Doctor Strange, but Doctor Strange portal is still ridiculous. Like, it can come in so clutch, but I still think Doctor Strange is still a good tank. Moon Knight and Magik. Now, looking at team captain, I think he put Moon Knight in A and then Magik in B, and he also, let's see, Flats put him C tier, really? And then Magik in B. So it looks like Magik and Moonlight, yeah, B, and then like, yeah, B to A. So when it comes to buff for Moon Knight, he has more talisman in his ultimate, so which means those ghosts that he be dropping down, there's gonna be more of them, so he's gonna be doing more damage. I still think Moon Knight is a tier character. I think the character is actually really good. I feel like a lot of people just don't play him, and especially in corners, he can just kill people really fast, especially squishies, really quickly, and does a lot of damage. And then Magik actually got a buff in her ultimate, where when she ults, she's just gonna be doing more damage, which is stupid. I think Magik didn't really need the buff, but I think the character's yeah, the character just doing more damage in her ultimate might be a game changer, because I think she kind of struggles when it comes to tanks. But now that she can one-shot squishies basically, and now she does more damage in her ultimate, I think the character might be S tier. I think a lot of people are going to be disagreeing me in the comments, but this character has already been one-shotting squishies easily with her little combo, and now that when she ults, she just does more damage. It's going to be stupid. Now, we got is Iron Man and Loki. Team captain, I think it puts... Let's see. Iron Man in S tier, and it puts Loki in B tier. Iron Man, Loki's in A. Iron Man's in B. Really? Oh, he put Iron Man in S. Wait, hold up. You know what? I'm gonna kick off Flats because he's kind of confused having two tier lists. But having Iron Man in A and team captain on S tier. Now, the reason why Iron Man is so good because of the Hulk combo, and I think Iron Man, if it's a team combo based, Iron Man is an S tier. He just does too much damage with that team combo with Hulk. But the character by itself, I think the character is A, so I'm gonna put him in A. And Loki is an S tier. I'm sorry. A lot of more people that are playing Loki now, like these lists, these are a couple of days ago. Oh, like these are 6 to 10 days ago, right? These are still professional players, right? But now that Loki's being played more, people are starting to see how broken Loki really is. Him being able to ult into any character in the game, and some of the characters in the game have broken ultimates. So imagine having a Luna ults, you know, the other Luna ults as well to counter the Luna, right? And then Loki decides to Luna ult again. It's stupid, man. How broken Loki's ultimate that he can choose is ridiculous. He gets it pretty fast too. He does good damage with his clones, and he heals enough, and he has a broken ass ability as a staff that makes anyone immune, that could like stop, you know, Iron Man ultimates, Thor ultimates. Like, the only one that really counters Loki is Punisher. But bro, Loki is stupid. Like, Loki transforming into Jeff, killing the whole team, and just still having the ultimate, or transforming into like I don't know, Magneto, taking out projectiles. Like, Loki is dumb. Or Storm. Will Storm have the best ultimate in the game, and Loki can just do a double Storm? It's stupid, man. Loki's S tier. You guys want to disagree me in the comments? You guys just suck my balls with Buttermilk Ranch at the medium pace. I don't give a fuck. Last but not least, we also have is Black Panther, right? Groot and Adam. I think Adam, he suffers a lot when it comes to doing the amount of, you know, healing that everyone else does. I think Adam is a good healer. I think he's like A. I don't think he's like worse than Jeff. I think Jeff is better. Yeah, Jeff did get buffed though. I don't know, man. I have to put them up in A. I know a lot of people are gonna say put Jeff in B, but I think Jeff having that increase of healing with the new season, and Rocket Raccoon also having the increased healing, and having his device to be able to bring an opponent closer to the fight, I think these characters are going to be really good. I think Adam Warlock is still a good healer, and his ultimate is still ridiculous. And Groot is underrated. Groot is A. Groot can't really solo tank as well, but Groot just does so much damage and has one of the best ultimates in the game. And then Black Panther got nerfed, where he's not going to be able to stay alive as long as he did it before season 1. I think they nerfed his health. So I still think that Black Panther might be a game changer, but I think Black Panther is going to die way more than he did before. So I'm going to put him down in A. He's still like high, maybe low S tier, We still got to see when the season's done, but having Black Panther being able to die faster now doesn't make him as good. I would recommend just playing Psi-Locke at that point. But this is my own tier list comparing to Team Captain, compared to Necrons, and compared to, you know, Flats. But like his was a little bit more confusing. I feel like it's more, you know, better this way. But you guys can tell me in the comments what do you guys think about the new patch notes, while these characters getting nerfed and buffed, and what do you guys think about this tier list. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, baby. Mwah.